It's not made to glue metal to wood, but what the glue does do is it swells the kerf. So on either side of that saw kerf, you have end grain. So we leave that overnight. We let the walls of the saw kerf, that's the end grain, absorb that glue, and it basically swells and locks the fret into place. And that's how I've been doing this for the last half a century. And of course the frets are all in the right order. So I have that high density foam on the upper platform of the neck support assembly, and I just kind of snap these up. They're all in order. Wipe up any excess. Other side, same thing. There's no holes through the body on this one. This is a top mount bridge. And the EVO frets are buffed out. We're just ready to take that tape off. You don't always have to do a finish on a maple neck, but this was one of those cases where we did. So Darcy blew 11 coats, very thin coats on there. So just like Fender, when he blows the finish on, it goes right over top of the frets. So I have steel wooled and buffed the frets out. Just getting ready to take this tape off and cut the compensated nut. I will say one thing: when you're buffing out the frets, sort of final buff, you do generate quite a bit of heat, so you don't want to peel this tape off until you let that lacquer cool down a little bit after buffing. Sorry about the air conditioner. It's like 40 degrees with the Humidex, so we'll just have to leave it on while we do this tuning. A string. String. the G. B string. Okay, this is the sort of quick wrap-up on Joe's Tele. There's our compensated nut. Now, he's got his own special gauge of strings that he uses. There is the replacement bridge that we put on because a couple of the saddles on the original bridge were stripped. Also, if you look at the back on this Tele, there's no ferrules at all. The strings do not go through the body. It is a top-load bridge. Pretty unique. The other thing I thought was kind of neat is if you look underneath that Telecaster emblem, it actually says made in Japan right on the face of the headstock. That's unusual. Anyone that does this type of work will understand completely when I say one of the biggest challenges for a maple neck refret, of course, is trying to make it as undetectable as possible. What complicates it further is you actually have wear in the fingerboard. I love everything about this guitar. It sounds great. So, it's not quite as bright. That's a bridge pickup. Anyway, okay, so this is the progression. So I've let that loop. It's just going to play over top of that, and yeah, you can hear this guitar.